Hello happy crocheters, this is Lindsay from windingroadcrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this big border crochet blanket. For this project you're going to need scissors, a yarn needle, a size I or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you're going to need worsted weight yarn. This is Red Heart Super Saver. The skein I have is 7 ounces, and for the large size baby blanket I used 3 skeins. This pattern does come in 9 different sizes, and you can check out the written pattern to find out the amounts of yarn needed for the other sizes. To get started, we are going to make a slip knot and insert our hook, and we are going to make a chain of 146 chains. And that's the number of chains you will need for the large baby blanket size, which is approximately 40 inches by 40 inches. But I'm also going to put up on the side of the screen the other chain amounts you can use for the different sizes of blankets. You can find the dimensions of each blanket on the written pattern if you are not sure what size you would like to make. Once you've completed your chain, we are going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. I am working in the back bump of the chain because this will be our finished edge and I think it looks nicer, but you're welcome to work into the chain in any way that works for you. We're going to half double crochet in every chain across, and because we started in the second chain from the hook, our stitch count will be 1 less than our starting chain. When you reach the end of the row, we are going to chain 1 and turn, and for rows 2 through 12 we are going to be working half double crochets in the back loop only. To do this, yarn over, insert your hook into the top center of the stitch, push it through the back of the stitch so that only one loop is over your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and complete your half double crochet. We are going to work 1 half double crochet in the back loop only of every stitch across, and we are going to continue repeating row 2 until we have a total of 12 rows. These first 12 rows are going to act as the bottom border of our blanket. When you get to the end of row 2, we are just going to repeat row 2 until we have a total of 12 rows. So you can see how we're starting to get that ribbed look by working in the back loops only. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and just half double crochet in the back loop only of every stitch across. So here we have the first 12 rows complete, and as I said, this is our bottom border. Now we're going to continue on to work the main body of our blanket. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and what we need to do is work the side border first. So we are going to work half double crochets in the back loop only of the first 20 stitches. The first 20 stitches and the last 20 stitches of each row are actually going to be our 2 side borders. Once we've completed the first 20 stitches, now we are going to be working that middle texture in the middle of our blanket. To do this, in the next stitch we are going to work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. So there's our single crochet. In the same stitch we are going to work a half double crochet, and we're going to work a double crochet all in this same stitch. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches and repeat. So in this next stitch we'll work a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, and then follow that by skipping 2 stitches. Continue repeating this pattern until you only have 20 stitches left on your blanket. When we reach the last 20 stitches, we are going to continue working the border. So remember, we finish our repeat by skipping 2 stitches, and then in the last 20 stitches we're going to half double crochet in the back loop only, so that we have that nice consistent border all the way around our blanket. When you make it to the end of row 13, we're basically just going to repeat this row, and then you would continue repeating this row until your blanket's about 6 inches from your desired length. So to repeat, we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to half double crochet in the back loop only of the first 20 stitches. Once we've worked our first 20 stitches as half double crochets in the back loop only, then we're going to start our pattern. Going into the next stitch, we're going to work a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, all in the same stitch. Then once again, we're going to skip 2 stitches and repeat our pattern. So a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, all in the same stitch, skip 2 stitches, and repeat until you only have 20 stitches remaining. Once you reach your last 20 stitches, don't forget to skip those last 2 stitches in your repeat, and then simply half double crochet in the back loop only of the last 20 stitches. And then all you are going to do is continue to repeat row 14 until you have the total number of rows you need for your size of blanket. If you are making the large baby blanket like I'm demonstrating here, we would continue repeating row 14 until we have a total of 88 rows. That's including the first 12 border rows and the rows that I'm working for this center section. But I'm also going to throw up on the side of the screen all the other row counts you would need to make all the other sizes of blankets that are included with the written pattern. So simply continue repeating row 14 until you've reached that row count that's listed on the side of the screen, or until your blanket is roughly 6 inches shorter than you would like the final blanket to be. So here I have worked 88 total rows, including the bottom border and all the center rows. And now I am going to begin working the top border. To do this, I have already chained 1 and turned my work, and I'm just going to half double crochet in the back loop only of the first 20 stitches, which is our side border. Then when I get to our center section, I am going to continue working a half double crochet in the back loop only of every stitch across. This is going to lay the foundation row for our top border. When you reach the second border on the other side of your blanket, we are just going to continue working half double crochets in the back loop only. And you can already see how we're developing a ribbed texture for the top border section of our blanket. When you reach the end of this row, we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work. And simply repeat this row until we have a total of 12 rows at the top of our blanket that are just worked like the top border rows. So again, we are just half double crocheting in every stitch across, working in the back loops only. So I'm just reaching the end of top border row 3. I'm going to turn my work one more time and just keep working this top border row until it is roughly 6 inches wide, which should be right about 12 rows. Once you've worked your last border row, you can see I have 12 rows worked here. We are just going to fasten off our work, weave in our ends. For the large size baby blanket, I'm only going to have 6 yarn ends to weave in, so that's kind of nice. So I'm just going to weave in this and all the other yarn ends. You want to make sure you weave back and forth a minimum of 3 times, as that will help prevent the yarn ends from coming out if they are washed in a washing machine. And there you have it. That is how you make this big border blanket. I really hope you enjoyed the video tutorial. I would love to see pictures. Feel free to tag me on any social media. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments below and I will try to help you out. And definitely check out the written pattern for things like the yarn amounts needed for the other sizes or the dimensions of the other size blankets included in this pattern. As always, thank you so much for watching.